Peace, peace. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday evening, early evening. This is the Black Dot in the building. Today is our first attempt to drop a HULC live on you. Hold on, let me make sure I can see myself here. Yeah, there we go. A HULC live on you. So thank you for being in the building. I'll do an immediate roll call. We got Vegas in the building, Plainsville in the building, Cali in the building, LA tapped in. We appreciate you for tapping in. Mama Dot, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Peace
to the family.
Peace to the family. Peace to everybody. I know Saturday is a busy day, but this is a day where I can let my hair down a little bit, sort of relax, and sort of answer some of the questions that are coming in. And maybe we can even put the eCam link in the chat here.
Okay. So we are asking for some stuff that I have never done before.
Okay, no worries.
So let me see if I can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Walk and chew gum at the same time. If you find the link.
Okay, what are you asking?
I'm asking the actual eCam link in case people want to come up on the screen.
Okay.
And you might be able to pop that down in the chat there.
Oh, yes. Okay, give me a moment.
Hope everybody is well. It's
rocking.
Glad to see you guys have popped in. We'll do this for the members. Try to answer some questions. Hip Hop Urban Life Coach. So I'm changing it. I'm not changing it. I'm freaking it. It's the HULC. What doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. Drop bomb that. All right. So
how about I get you started?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the link.
Yeah.
And we'll just keep it moving and rocking.
Let's get a question from people who have written in.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start off with relationships. It says, Dot, are there any spiritual advisors in the community you would recommend for couples coaching? My boyfriend and I think we may be twin flame or karmic relationship partners. Even though we have that deep connection, we have different communication styles and outlooks on life, which causes tension. But then that ancient love for each other brings us back together. It's some kind of cycle for sure, and we appreciate any advice you have on how we can break it. Thank you, MR.
Well, that's a great question to start things off when we start speaking about relationship. And in the community, I probably would say Dr. Phil Valentine, who immerses himself from a metaphysical standpoint when we start talking about love. And you start talking about twin flames, and you start talking about there is an in-depth, like a war going on. But remember, there's always a tug of war going on with male and female. There's always a tug of war going on with yin and yang. We have this concept where we think everything is always rosy, but remember, friction makes things sharper. Not negative friction per se, but sometimes the agitation of challenging each other on a spiritual, metaphysical, soul level is what keeps the relationship sharp. So this is why we also suggest that you not sleep together every single night. I know that sounds crazy. It's because you have to recharge your energy. She has to recharge her energy and vice versa. It's sort of like when you go on a trip. I don't care if you even go on a girl's trip and you have a great time. When you come back, you are so excited in most cases to see your significant other, because the time apart gave each and every one of you a chance to kind of recharge your battery and your energy. You of the negative sphere, not negative being bad, but that which receives the energy, and him of a positive, one who is the giver of the specific energy. So I would say get readings. You know, if you follow our show, Chanel is great at doing readings. Brother Omar is great at doing these readings so that you can get a higher understanding, because what you could have happening going on is your higher selves are conspiring with each other to make sure that you guys came together and out of this what appears to be turmoil, because remember, out of chaos is order. So the order that comes out of your relationship is probably what fuels your relationship. Now, we don't want this to become toxic where you guys are beating each other down, talking negative about each other, hammering each other, because that can't be fruitful and that can't be positive in any sense of the word. So we want to keep the relationship balanced, but we want to keep it challenged. We want to keep it vibrant. We want to keep it energetic, but stay on each other's side for the most cases. And I think you guys will be fine.
Okay. So I just dropped a link in the community. If anyone wants to come on the screen to join live.
Yes, if you want to come on the screen, don't be scared.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Peace to everyone out there. How's it going?
Hope all is well. Come on in.
We are holding it down.
And rock with us on this Saturday. It's very intimate. It's only enough people in here where you can get your question asked.
Exactly.
Okay, you see Malcolm is in the building, checking in on us.
Malcolm, we don't know what we're doing without
So Malcolm,
you.
throw that eCam link in there too if you can, if you have. Okay, we have somebody
joining.
Okay, who we got?
All right, let's see. Okay, where'd they go?
Okay, maybe they just want their voice. I don't know. Sometimes it's voice.
All right, let's see.
Sometimes it's voice and pic.
Malcolm said we interrupted his date night.
Uh-oh, sorry about that, Mal.
Sorry, Avery.
Everybody's got to work around here, even on their day off.
Exactly. Okay. Well, let's keep it rolling. Okay, we have another one. This is from TJ News. How can we use AI to take back hip hop?
Wow. Well, what I'm noticing so far, because I just had a dynamic consultation by Brother Red Pill, and that he expand our horizon on the possibilities. So all of this technology that's coming about, as I said before, it's an exoteric potential of an esoteric actual ability. So what you're going to see take place is anything that you could imagine with your art, with your image, with your sound, can now be redefined. They have the audio capabilities to clean up your sound. They have the visual capabilities to clean up the visuals. Now you can talk to Chat GTP if you don't have the typing ability and you're not very intellectual, and say, listen, I want a video that does this and does that. I want to be able to put my words in. And now they have AIs that can use your words to create narratives. So now as an independent artist, you actually can go from A to Z with no help from outside abilities. You can even use Chat GTP to talk about marketing, promotion, and all of those type of things. Like I said, clean up your vocals, clean up your videos. Fuzzy videos can be cleaned up. If you want to be a futuristic, they have it now where you can take your moving image that you record on a green screen or no green screen and place you in the middle of anywhere you want to be. So if you want to be in an old school setting, a Western setting, you have the ability now. So AI can leverage us up if we are not afraid to take on the challenge, and anything that comes to mind, as a man thinketh, so is he. This artificial intelligence is going to provide those opportunities.
Okay. We have Chris waiting.
What's up, Chris?
Come
Let's
on
get to
screen
Chris.
with you. Let's get to Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey.
Yo,
Peace.
hey,
What's happening?
not much. What's going on with you guys?
Hey, what's going on, Chris? How you feeling?
Not bad, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Great on a Saturday. Glad you can tune in, link in, and just want to find out what's on your mind: hip hop, life, love, relationship, anything Black Dot can help you with. I want to be here to help you with that.
No, I have really no questions. I've been a fan for a long time. I've been following you for years since like your book came out,
Oh,
and
thank you,
I've been
thank you.
yeah, I mean, and, since like the show started, I've been following through. Yeah, I mean, tuning in each and every week. Yeah, I mean, I really like. I mean, you and Malcolm's perspective and what's going on around the world and all that. So I really got no questions. I'm just tuning in to just to tune in.
Well, you know what? I thank you so much. That means a lot to us. It keeps us going. It keeps us fueled. We're trying to provide just some balance. Excuse me. We're trying to keep it interested, keep it funny, but keep it informative. And we hope you continue to watch. We
Of
appreciate you.
course. Yeah, as long as you there, as long as you and Malcolm there, I'm a big fan. So I tune in each and every week.
Appreciate you.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
Hey, we got Kia up next.
What's up, Kia?
Hey,
Hey, Black
Kia.
Dot.
How are you, sis?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. Just trying out this new thing here that we got going on, and getting a more intimate relationship with the people who support us. So,
Yes.
what's on your mind?
Do you have any ways that we can use AI to generate like quick income?
Yes. Listen. First thing I want you to do is you have to use YouTube to your advantage, because what's happening now, these individuals who are ahead of the curve, so to speak, what they're doing is they are hoarding the information amongst themselves. So, but the information is moving very, very fast. And so anything you can think of, if you want to start a t-shirt business, it has become easier because now they are graphics designs. Well, you don't even have to be a graphics designer. They can help you. Chat GTP is the main one we speak about, because it's the one that you ask any question to, and it gives you a breakdown of answers. So you can say, what are the 10 things, the 10 most popular children's books or whatever. And out of that, it's going to give you a blueprint, and it's up to you to follow the blueprint. The beautiful thing about this AI, you don't need to know code. You don't even need to be that
Facts.
technical. And that helps. So I think this is an opportunity for all of us to kind of level up, because I'm a little tech-tarded myself, but this, I'm not afraid to attack this, because it's not asking me for a whole bunch of AABBC 1121, because that's not in my lexicon to fully understand. But
See, that's where I'm at. I'm a programmer by nature and I use my left brain. I'm a math person. So I went on like the art, like one of the AI art sites, and I was asking a question and it was generating beautiful art, and stuff like that. And the robot told me that I can use it and um what they said to do. They gave me a whole bunch of stuff saying that I can put it on Etsy and sell the canvas and stuff like that. And I've done it, but it's moving slowly. So,
well,
you
the,
know,
the whole thing with that too is, Kia, uh, we still have to add our own creativity. Meaning, we still
yeah.
got to lay in the cut and go, what am I missing? What is nobody doing? You know what I mean? That I could do, that's going to put me. Now, you also can go on Fiverr, sign up, get you an account, and you don't need to tell people what tools you use.
True.
You could just offer services. And it'll
True.
be people who will pay you 15, 20, $30. These new AI prompter jobs are paying $300,000 a year. I'm going to say that again. The AI prompter jobs are paying minimum 300,000. And what that simply means is you have to know how to talk to these AI programs. Now, these AI programs, whatever you learned in January is no longer relevant when November
In
comes,
March.
or
Yeah.
because it's moving very fast. But if you learn the prompts, how to ask, because somebody made a very good point. If you ask a lazy question, you're going to get a lazy answer.
Lazy answer.
So the questions you ask, and There are courses out there now for $99 that are teaching you the right questions to ask. Once you know these questions, now anybody that comes to Fiverr that wants art done, that wants images done, that wants paragraphs done, that wants, because even what they figured out, if you take something from AI, and they might be able to say it was plagiarized, there's another AI that just scramble those thoughts for you and make them your own. So Fiverr would be the place I would start, and just start, selling here and there, so that if you choose to stay home, there's really no excuse in this day and time for us to be like
To not make
totally,
money.
to not make
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? So
And
I
you
hope
know,
that
I was one
answers.
of the first people to use the free AI lawyer.
Oh, okay. How
I've
was
been
it?
using that for over a year now.
How was it?
It's okay. They make you pay a little something depending on what you want.
Okay,
But
okay.
I've beaten people's parking tickets and had them pay me little fees, and
So that's
yeah,
those are the creative angles, because remember, most of our people are still going to be late.
I
So
know.
the train hasn't left the station completely yet. It's revving its engine, so most of our people are still going to need services. And me and Malcolm have been in this kind of self-help situation for a while, and what we learned is most people just want you to help them. They have ideas and vision, but they don't necessarily want to go through the arduous task of putting in the work per se. They want you to help them. And if I help you, I have to charge you for that because my time is valuable.
It's money.
So
Yeah.
right. It's nothing personal. I can't walk you through your whole project. I be done did 3 projects myself. So time is money. So don't shorthand yourself in terms of what your value is. If this is going to require me to meet with you a couple of times, and what it also does, Kia, it weeds out those who are serious and not serious. I've given people my price, and they go, 500, and I'm like, well, what kind of business are you trying to launch? You got these big dreams, but you don't even see the value of $500 for information. And then there's been
$500
times
is nothing for information.
and there's been times, kid, when I've taken a $25,000 course, no exaggeration, because the
Exactly.
information, but again, your price helps weed out the people who are not serious. And it's nothing personal. Some people are just, they couch activists and they want to get going, but they're not serious. And the people who are willing to pay your price, they value your time. And you go, all right, so now let me give you something. And I'm going to give you more than the value of what $500 is anyway. I just want to make sure you understand that my time is important. All right?
That's true. Thank you for
Appreciate
that.
you. Appreciate you so much. All right?
Okay, let's move on. We have Justin in the waiting room.
Justin, let's go.
Let's go. Justin, you there? It says, hi, Justin. Up, Justin is gone. Let's go to Dre.
What up, Dre?
Hey, Dre. Dre got us on mute.
Dre, take us off mute.
All righty.
Oh, okay, Dre. I see something.
Dre, you there? Hi.
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Good,
Sorry
good.
about that. Sorry about that. I stepped away.
That's okay.
All right, what's good with you?
Man, I can't complain, Dot. Man, I appreciate the HULC series. I appreciate you and Malcolm. I'm an avid listener from day one since like 2016 when I seen you on Brother Rich's show.
Oh,
So
appreciate
just
it.
want to, a lot of the spiritual things and the teachings that been implemented for like the last few years, the decodes. Just mad appreciative, and man, I appreciate the journey that you've done with the books, and just love to see you and Malcolm winning.
Thank
Y'all
you.
should have 1 million subscribers too.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
On
it.
YouTube, man. Like that information, I tell all my friends to, subscribe, and definitely like tap in with you guys. And I got a business that I'm running myself. I'll definitely be tapping in with y'all in the
Bad.
future as well. Yeah.
Bad.
But a question I could just ask would be, just in these times, like how is it like very pertinent to like keep that family structure, knowing that they're looking to like, do this divide and conquer thing, and also knowing that they have like these parameters and looking to push us into these corners, just how we can, deal with this digital age whilst, taking a bombardary and keeping that family collective together.
What I'm noticing is, and that's a great question. The reason I focus on family more than anything else is simply because when all the smoke clears, no matter how much money, no matter how much drama's going on, the one thing that we have to rely on and stay close to is the family. And if they are attacking the family at every corner that they can, there must be something within the family. So I tell people, how can you tackle things outside of family and you haven't secured the things inside of family? So the metaphysical teachers I've learned from always said it's inside out, not outside in. So therefore, I spend a lot of time checking on family. I spend a lot of time telling family I love them. I spend a lot of time not judging family. And I spend a lot of time trying to keep the family cohesive, especially my immediate family, who enables me to be vulnerable, because what you guys see is Black Dot, but they see their dad. They see, my struggles, my pain. They see, my physical limitations of what I go through fighting, health issues. They've seen me start businesses and fail. They've seen me have aspirations for so much and win. So the one people you can never truly front on is family. So I'm always trying to keep that in perspective, because it also keeps me humble. And the only people I'm ever truly trying to impress, or that I'm concerned about, is the family. So if they check me, it means something to me. People on the outside of that's a bonus if you see the light that I'm trying to give off and share. But that's the main important thing. And even dealing with family, that's why I wrote an ebook for Malcolm's online course about how to keep the family in order. And it really had nothing to do with business per se. It had to do with the business of family. Like, how come we can't get together, and them issues you and your brother had for years that have nothing to really do with anything, how come that can't be resolved? You know what I mean? Because we're all dealing with trauma, past and present. And so it empowers me to resolve those traumatic issues, no matter what they are, no matter how deep they are. To me, that's the true empowerment. So stay focused there, because this enemy is clever. And, you see what they're doing. They got our women against us, we against the women. They got so much going on externally. And when I reflect back on what took place with our grandparents, not saying that they were perfect, but the family meant everything to them. And we were stronger together then than we are now. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. So there are just some family members whose mental ability to understand their place within the family structure has forced them to have problems so deep that no one can save. So we are wise in understanding. We love them from a distance. But most of the issues going on within our family can really be resolved if somebody puts their ego aside. So with that being said, me and Malcolm have been working on a course. And we're going to get men and fathers and women together. But I want to talk to the men first about what's coming down the pipe. It's going to be a free seminar, and we're going to put it all on the table as men, young men and fathers and grandfathers, and so that we can be better for our women, as opposed to taking the approach that they're the problem, or we all have issues. So stay tuned for the free seminar coming probably in the next month or so, where we can all log in as men. We'll get in a big chat. We'll have an agenda. We'll have a couple of speakers come through and talk. And then we'll have a program afterwards, which we can constantly lean on each other, because something you may be going through, I might have the answer. Maybe not the direct answer for your problem, but I can give you a reference point. And if somebody else may be in the chat, can give you a reference point, because we have so many issues that have torn the fiber of us apart. And as men, it is our duty to protect our family, to lead our family, and guide our family. And when we are at a loss to do that, everybody suffers. I hope that kind of answers that question.
Oh yeah, 100%. Dot. Appreciate it again, and man, y'all just keep speaking that truth.
Appreciate you,
It's
King.
always appreciated. Y'all
Thank
have a
you,
good week.
Trey.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Okay. Peace.
Have a good one, Mom and Dot.
Okay, thank you. I think that's so powerful. I'm actually looking forward to that event.
Yes, yes, we're gonna get to that, man, because it's
Yeah,
much
we need
needed.
it. We all work in progress.
Yes,
And it takes a village.
It does.
And a community.
It does. It does.
Pentagon Junior, I'm coming to you. Hey. You ready? Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Hey,
Good.
shouts out to
How's
Malcolm,
it
Black Dot,
going?
man. I watch you guys. You guys are the highlight of every Monday and Thursday. I look forward to hearing you guys every time.
Appreciate it, King. What's good?
Man, so I'm gonna jump straight to it. I have a problem with judging people who receive, the Jabberwocky. And I'm not sure how to deal with it. It's something that's eating me inside. Like my whole family, they received it, and I have a problem trusting their judgment. And I'm to the point now, I have a girlfriend or, soon to be wife, and single guys coming to me asking me, hey, should I approach that girl? I'm like, hey, make sure she's not vaccinated, because that could affect you, so I'm having a huge problem dealing with that. Do you have any tips for me or how to overcome that? Or
That is a dynamic question again, because it has rocked us to our foundation, all of us. And what I mean by that is I used to have problems with people who were slow, just in general. So my consciousness level, once it started elevating, I almost despised the people who didn't see the world as I saw it. But as I got a little older and wiser, I had to realize this is my journey. And on my journey, I'm going to meet all kind of people who have surpassed my level, who are on my level, who are under my level. And then when I think about the jab, I have more sympathy for most of the people, because when you start understanding how powerful mind control is, subliminal messaging is, the psyop that was put on these people with fear. I mean, a level of fear that I hadn't seen in a long, long time. And I've seen a lot of fear. And so what happened was, these people thought in their minds, most of them thought in their minds they were doing the absolute right thing. 99% of my family, not my immediate family, nobody in my immediate family took the jab, but outside of my immediate family, everybody got jabbed up. And because I was a little wiser now, I didn't judge. And being on this platform, we had to move carefully, because we don't want to isolate so many people who respect us. So we have to respect these decisions. So you being at the crossroads, I get it. And then the ramifications of the jab, I was gonna make some people zombie-like, yes. But let me tell you something that's amazing, King. Our people, we continue to survive. Go in my book, Hip Hop Dakota, I had a chapter called "We Be Like Roaches," and it was a metaphorical term that no matter what goes on this planet, we survive. Like boric acid is like crack cocaine, you know what I'm saying, to black people. And once we got adjusted to that boric acid, it couldn't do nothing. When the lights come on, roaches do what? They scatter. So when we see the police, we scatter. I made so many references to black people and roaches, and some people got offended. But then I said, during a nuclear explosion, the only thing that can survive, or one of the only things, is roaches. And so what happens is, I say we will survive this as well. Now, during the war, in the battle, some people are gonna die. That's just par for the course. Some people's immune system is going to fight this, because the planet is receiving a download, just like AI and all of these artificial external things outside of us. As above, so below, as within, so without. There are things on the inside of us, and that's what the jab was there to do, to shut down most people's ability to ascend so they can be in sync. But every now and then, there's going to be some who still overcome that. And we have to love these people for who they are. We have to be wise in their presence, of course. And if you're engaging sexually and you're transmitting energy, you're transmitting fluids, you're transmitting thought into this person, that is a great question to ask now. It's more important than asking if they're Christian. You know, if you conscious, you trying to deal with a Christian woman, you might ask what her beliefs are. Now you need to be able to know not their sexual history, which was also high on the list. You know, women are never going to tell you the true number, but what I'm saying, now you need to know that health, what's their perspective on the jibber the jab, and you know, you need to damn near see their vaccination records so that you could, along with if they were born men and women, see how complicated this is getting as we go along. So we are in a very, very strange time. But you, as one who has ascended above that, you can't allow the dimness of those who don't have the brightness of your light to shut you down. But true love is to have sympathy for those who are going through something who most people thought about their survival, their jobs, their way of life, they got kids. Like, how can I tell my sister who got kids she shouldn't do this? And in her heart, I could see the fear. And, you know, so I have to let people do them. But as we get wiser, we understand that this is what it's going to be. And, you know, the point of reference, there are people who are looking at me and saying, damn, I can't wait for Doc to wake up. You know what I mean? So where we think we are, there's always tremendous, tremendous levels to climb. And even though we didn't take the jab, they putting the jab in or jab-like things in everything we do, the air, the water, the food. So we are all victims of something. And so all I can do is say, love these people from a distance and give them more sympathy than being judgmental, because judgmental is going to create a vibratory energy that's not going to be conducive for your long-term relationship, because in 5 years, you might still see these people. And so we hit a stalemate. It's 5 years in. I'm still here. I didn't take it. You still here. You took it. And, you know, so I believe because the melanin, the super powers that we are is going to find a way. Because if it wasn't, they would have been wiped us off this planet with all these inoculations and food and water and air. So I'm trying to, you know, be as less judgmental as I can in the long run.
Man, thank you, Dot. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you too, King.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.
Okay, we are rolling. CJ, we are going to swing over your way.
CJ, what's good?
CJ, are you there?
Peace.
Okay.
Peace, CJ, what's good?
CJ, we are going to swing over your way.
CJ, what's good?
No.
CJ, are you there?
You might have to lower your CJ, what's good? TV or something.
CJ, we are going to swing over your way.
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no
has some
CJ.
reverbs.
I heard
CJ,
no,
call back.
no.
Get it together and call back.
I heard no.
Okay, we got Shadow Z. Shadows.
Shadows, what's good?
Hey, Shadows.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Peace.
Peace. First of all, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys. I've been listening to you guys for the last 5 years or so, and it's great knowing you guys. I love the show. Shout out to Black Dot.
Thank you.
You give so much advice. Shout out to Malcolm. It's great seeing his development on the show. When I first started watching, he was just throwing you the questions. Now he's right in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out to Odyssey doing a thing. Marcus, Noble, Avery.
You know the whole crew. Ooh,
I love the whole family down. That's right.
First of all, is it weird talking to someone from the UK?
No, I've been over to the UK a couple of times, and that's
Oh,
my extended family, of course, of course.
cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I love the show. I love the show. It's been great watching you guys. Just had a question for you.
Okay.
How significant, how significant was the movie V for Vendetta? When we look at dealing with curfew, obedience, propaganda, virus, surveillance, civil war, etc. How significant do you think that movie was, especially in the day and age that we live in now?
That was one of my favorite movies that I thought slipped up under the radar. I thought more people should have been on this movie because, like you said, it encapsulated so much. Like you said, propaganda, deception, war, curfews, even the red and black theme. You know, those Illuminati themes, and the big man behind the curtain. And once you overcome what these fears are, you realize that there is no spoon. As I tied the Matrix movie in with that. So I think that movie, remember, it's called predictive programming. And these movies are to tell us what's to come. They're telling us truth, but how the truth is disseminated to us, there's not a fine print for that. So if a deal is made that the truth must be told, who's to say that this is not the truth? You know what I mean? So a lot of us go to these movies and we think we're watching science fiction and we're watching science fact. And they have to place this deep, deep into the subconscious mind. The reason they call it predictive programming is they place it deep in your subconscious mind and superconscious and infinite conscious minds, so that when it actually happens, there's not a outburst or attack. It's almost like you saw it or you was prepared for it. So what you see now with all the UFO stuff going on, there's been an influx of it now more than ever, because they want to get you used to the very idea of entities coming in the sky, whether real or unreal, so that there won't be no huge panic. So I thought Viva Vendetta, Remember, the 5th of November, was one of my favorite movies of all time. So as a matter of fact, I think I need to watch it again, now that you mentioned it, so I can kind of reiterate what's to come.
It's interesting because I always put those things in movies, and I've kind of leaned away from watching a film for the sake of watching a film, to
Yes.
actually understanding which may be coming. But at the same time, too, I agree with Malcolm. Sometimes you just want to watch a movie and just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and it's hard to turn it off, and that's what Baba Dick Gregory said. He said once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off. You can't. You have to see things as they are and not as you wish them to be. And most people have a problem with that. They want to project what they want to see, but before we do that, we have to see things as they are. And you can never give the glasses to anybody else to see. So what you see is meant for you to see. And that ties back into the movie They Live. Remember, if you remember the movie They Live, he kept beating up the other guy, the black guy, to make him see. He had to put these glasses on, and he had to beat him up to put him on to see. So be light on the ones who don't have the glasses, who literally go to the movies for entertainment. And you have the dual responsibility of edutainment. So you have to enjoy a little bit of the movie, but you can't turn it off. You can't unsee what is meant for you to see. I appreciate you, King.
Okay, I appreciate you guys too. Thank you. Shout out to Infinite Goddess as well. She's awesome. Thank you. I'll keep watching the show. Support Urban X. Let's go.
Yes,
Okay,
appreciate it.
peace.
Peace.
Peace. Up next, we have Babeth.
Okay.
Let's see. Hi, Babeth. Am I pronouncing that correct? Babeth? They are muted.
Okay, unmute. And if you unmute, we can talk.
She's gone. I'm going to go back to Pentagon. We have another question from Pentagon. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, okay, you back.
Is it
Okay.
a private? I thought it was a Hulk, right? This is just a Hulk, or is it
Yes.
a
This is
private?
the whole,
Yeah, this is the Hulk.
Okay, talking about movies and back to the original topic or the first question I asked, that Avengers movie with Thanos where he wiped out half the population. Do you think there's any truth to that? Do you think that's related to the Jabberwocky, or that's a quick question.
I believe, again, what we see in movies has some kind of truth to it. And I also think it's metaphorical in the sense that those who are not ready to make the leap are going to perish anyway. So I don't want to necessarily look at it as a physical death per se, because Bill Gates is talking about a physical death. You know what I mean? So that is his goal. So maybe he would play the role of Thanos in his mind to think he can not necessarily snap his fingers, but give you a prick and that you disappear, or a large amount of us disappear. For me as a metaphysician, I see it metaphorically like those who are not ready to make this jump into the next level, the fifth dimension of understanding and be in the quickening, these people are not going to make it anyway. So you will see when there's a quantum shift in the paradigm, some make it and some don't. Some have to repeat the class over. That's the best way to put it. So a lot of people are going to get left back. And being left back is not necessarily physically dying, but having to relive a set of experiences that they're not ready to adjust and move on to the next set of experiences. And this is why I be telling people, stop attaching yourself to belief systems, because we got to move fast now. We have to be able to digest the information quick, and because we're in the quickening, and we got to be swift and changeable. So that's why I say that. So I think it's more of a metaphorical thing, because people have been on this planet, especially original people, for so long that we have no birth record. So how could a time come in our history where we're going to be close to being extinct, unless that's in the grand scheme of things? And I don't think it is. So moving on to a higher dimension, just like we spoke of, sometimes you have that deja vu moment, and it's not necessarily a deja vu. It's almost like you experienced something and then you moved into another dimension subtly where another you is, and you re-experience it, or you say, damn, I saw this before. So a lot of that has to do with our concept of moving into other paradigms and dimension is literal. Excuse me. And it's not necessarily literal. It's your consciousness, because if I exist on multiple planes, how do I tap into different planes at different times? So my consciousness can move where I'm living something again. I'm like, damn, I saw this before. Or my consciousness can move forward where I've said, I knew this was going to happen. So kind of understand you are in a shift, and don't think of it as a literal, okay, I'm going to now shift into the next dimension. That's not how the mind, body, and spirit works. And you know what I'm saying? So kind of keep that in mind as we talk about losing half the population. I know a lot of dead people now. You know what I mean? All right, peace.
Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Okay. So let's keep it going.
You want to read
we
a
have
question?
some coming in, and
Okay, we'll do a little bit of
we're
both.
kind of losing some, so we'll just keep it going. So this is from Chica Kuwanda.
Okay.
I'm blessed with a beautiful baby, and I wanted to know the vaccines I should avoid. What are the vaccines you advise Malcolm for his baby?
I advise Malcolm not to get, I'm going to be honest, to give Noble none of them. However, with that being said, I grew up on vaccines. So I tell him to do his due diligence, but the MMR is one you definitely want to stay away from. That one has been known to cause autism, amongst other things. So, the measles, those kind of shots that I grew up on and we all grew up on, if you must. Now, but the greatest answer would be and it's a very hard answer to give, because you're in these offices with these doctors and they putting pressure on you, and they instilling fear in you, and you think your baby can't make it. I know many of babies, especially in the conscious community, who've never set foot in a doctor's office, and they are here and they have survived. So you do the best you can, but less is always going to be more. I want to say I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you medical advice. This whole lecture or pieces for entertainment purposes, but in my humble opinion, I'm going to say less is more. So I advise Malcolm, you do what you have to do to get out of them doctor's offices, and then we leave it at that, and we move on, and we nurture, and we understand that what you think is not. It's all been fear-based. It's all been to shut down certain faculties. And you as a parent, because you're going to be facing drama from your parents, from their parents, maybe the other side of the family, because we've been conditioned so long to do it. So what do you mean you're not going to do it? He's going to get sick. So you're going to have to, it's all depending on what kind of war you're ready to fight. If you and your partner are on the same page and y'all got each other's back, then y'all can withstand the fight, because it's going to be a fight. It's a fight in my family about jabs and this and that, and they know to miss Dot with that. Just don't even talk to Dot about that. But a lot of family members are at war over who should do what, and you need to protect your child, and less is always going to be more. And if you really ballsy, you give them none. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not a doctor. You have to do what's inside of you. Meditate on it. Meditate on it, and then stop taking the doctor's word for it. Do the due diligence and research, because all things that you put inside of your body that are foreign having a side effect. That's why you see that long list of, that's what I was trying to convey to people who took the Jiminy jab. I'm like, everything they give you, if you take something for headaches, there's a list of side effects. Zorbatroff and all of this stuff has a shit list of side effects. So why wouldn't, when you want to know about the unknown, you study the known? Why wouldn't a jab that came out of nowhere to fight the so-called most dangerous disease in the world not have a litany of side effects that you're going to deal with later? So use your own discernment, do some research. You and your partner have to go. If you and your partner are not on the same page, that's a whole nother issue that you're going to have to deal with. And I wish you and that beautiful baby all the best, because we want the shining lights to shine the brightest.
Absolutely, absolutely. And someone mentioned here, please give a disclaimer.
Yes.
We
Well, it's going to be a
doctors.
disclaimer on the front of this video when we actually post it. But I am not a doctor. You know what I'm saying? This is for entertainment purposes only. I should have said that at the very beginning, but thank you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? None of the vaccines ever created were never designed to stop transmission. You see what I'm saying? So here we go.
Exactly. So we know what we did.
Yes.
All right. So the next question is, where's my question? From JB. She says, greetings, Uncle Black Dot. My question is there any way to preserve a marriage when one spouse is becoming more enlightened and the other is still knuckle dragging? My journey out of the matrix is causing serious marital strain. We are no longer on the same wavelength, but I am still in love. Please advise. Thank you, family.
Okay, that is an awesome question. And the last part of the question I'll address first. You are still in love. So what that tells me is that there is potential, there is a chance, there is still hope, there is still faith, because love truly does conquer all. And see, when we speak of love, love is not supposed to come with all of these conditions that we have put on love. We all do it. We're all human in that sense. But love, when you love everything in the universe, that's our ultimate goal. Most of us have never reached it unless you are a Zen master, one of the Buddhist monks, or those who have given their lives to love and nothing but the true unadulterated aspect of it. The bugs, the trees, the enemies, the air, the water, right? But we are all in pursuit of that perfection. And we are to be tested along the way. And this test may include one of us being awakened before the other, which means one person's alarm clock went off and you look over and you see your partner and your partner's sleeping peacefully. You know what I mean? But you want to wake your partner up. You know what I mean? If you ever woken up your partner when they're sleeping peacefully, it's usually like, yo, what the hell's going on here? I was enjoying that sleep. So that is a metaphysical term for people get comfortable in who they were. And when you bring about change, change is agitating, right? So you want to change your diet. That means your whole universe, all of the sugar bandits, the sugar army, the chicken sandwich army, they're having a meeting. And they're going, whoa. Anybody get the memo? Because I just noticed for the last 3 days, we haven't received, what we get. And then you get word from one or two intelligent beings who go, look, I just got word that change is coming. So that change don't make everybody happy. So there's going to be a war that's being fought. There's going to be commercials on TV that work and coincide with the chicken army and the sandwich. You ever see them chicken sandwiches on TV? I swear, when I'm fasting or trying to clean up, I can almost smell it. The chicken sandwich is this big. It's juice dripping all off it, bubbly. It almost like it's really coming at you. That's because there's a heightened war going on because they're trying to synchronize with the army on the inside or the sugar army. When you see that effervescent soda and the bubbly ice and the cubes and all these things. So there's always going to be agitation. Bringing it back to your relationship is the same thing. Sometimes your partner gets used to you being a certain way because you provide certain things for them in that capacity. But once you go up a notch, you know what I mean, or two, now they're almost left by themselves to fend because you're in pursuit of higher things. You want change, and a lot of them are not ready. So a lot of them may try to sabotage your ascension. If you're on a diet and your partner's not, and your partner come in eating ham sandwiches or whatever the case may be, subconsciously or consciously, they may not have meant to do it, but subconsciously, they're trying to bring you down. You know what I mean? They're not in alignment with your new venture. So because there's still love in your relationship, I believe the way I would see it, because how you see it is important, that you have been commissioned to go ahead and see what's down those paths that have created fear for your partner. Once your partner see that everything is okay down that path, there are no snakes down that path, it's a clear, clean path that they too can come down, then you can grab their hand, or by the sound of your voice, they notice, okay, follow your voice, and they'll come through, because if they truly love you, they understand that this is for the betterment of that. And there are exceptions to every rule, because if you grow too fast and your partner is determined to stay where they are, you guys will see the world differently, and even the love with each other may begin to dissipate, and you don't want it to become a violent, toxic situation. But I'm going to say, hold on to love first and foremost. Don't judge, and try to be an example and drop seeds, these breadcrumbs you drop to your partner to let them know that it's okay. You know what I mean? If they truly love you, we don't want people to be exactly as we are, but we want them to elevate as well, so that the relationship can stay fun. It can stay, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of energy. And we want to embark on new things, because relationship can become monotonous, and it's neither one of your fault, but the new things keep it new. So I hope that kind of helps you out a little bit.
Okay, we have a question coming in from Jackie J. It says, why is Gracie's Corner so popular with kids now? What makes the way they do their music so different? What's the science behind it?
Rhythm. I'm going to keep Ra's him. All right? We have always taught our children, I know I've taught mine with rhythm. This is how, ba, ba, ba. You give them sort of like how to break the syllables down. And because we're rhythmic people, you know what I mean? These children who are coming to the planet now, they understand and they pick up on that rhythm. And I'm going to be honest, it's coming from a beautiful place. When I listen to Gracie's Corner and her dad, I think it's coming from a heart chakra place that they really want to help these children. So, because the TV has always been something that has fascinated the children. That's why Sesame Street has always been fascinating, because it has colors, it has, all of these sounds. But these sounds, these songs, they resonate with the soul of our children. Not only that, they put a hack in it because it resonates with the song of the adults. So some of it is hip hop. This is the Sonic song. This is the Sonic song. So now even the parents are involved. You know what I mean? So now we have not just you putting your children in front of the TV and they getting a download. This has allowed parents and children to participate. It's got the mother, the father, the brother, the sister. It's got the grandparents. What's more powerful than that? So it's rhythm, or as we say, Ra's hymn, the sonics. It's got, all the things your children should be learning. You know what I'm saying? So it's really helping these children. Because you've noticed, our children don't know their ABCs, but they know them rap songs, right? So they have put a hack in it to give you the ABCs with rap song background, and voila, Gracie's Corner is born. And I actually love it. But me and Noble sit down and we get in it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right, we have Ramir, who's going to join us.
Ramir,
see.
What's up?
Hey. Oh, we can't hear you. Are you muted?
Unmute yourself.
Peace, Black Dot. How you doing, family? What's going
Peace, King. What's good?
Man, how's it going, everybody?
Everybody's good. What's up with you on a Saturday?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain.
That's good. How can I help you today?
All right. So on the Hulk, right? Big question. When it comes to in terms of dealing with your health, right? And taking your family on the journey physically, going through the process of new foods, new exercises, and things like that. What are things that you or your wife incorporate to kind of get the kids into the same habits and to keep everybody kind of in a routine where we're thinking healthy, we're moving healthy, we're exercising, we're eating, and we're being spiritually complete?
That's a great question, because I just was speaking to a family member, a good friend of mine, and I said, when the parents are on the same page and the children are not, it's like the prisoners run the asylum. So the kids will be conspiring to shut down the meeting that me and my wife had. Me and my wife will have a meeting and say, listen, we're not bringing X, Y, and Z in this house no more. And then once we have made the decision as wardens, we then pass that information down to the convicts. And the convicts have a way, because really at a prison, who runs the prison? The convicts. You know what I mean? They control how things move, this and that. Sure, we can come in and impose authority when we have to, but they just, have a way. So what I noticed is we all got to kind of be on the same page. So what we were using was a step down method. So we didn't just totally try to pivot too fast, because even our own bodies sometimes would reject that opportunities, and we would resort back to things the way things were. So we kind of pivoted. Some things we tell them and some things we don't. Like in a real corporate meeting, certain things they don't need to know. So how we began to cook things and put them on the table without their knowledge, and we would look at each other and know, okay, that was a success, or this and that. And certain things we would say, listen, we're going to cut back on the cupcakes or this and that, you know what I'm saying? And there's something very powerful when everyone is on the same page, because what happens is we sabotage each other without even trying. It's not always a deliberate sabotage thing, but sometimes I'll be real strong, and my wife, now it's me though, I'm gonna be honest. My wife will be real strong, and I'll be like, look, they got these new biscuits, like a biscuit factory. Like today, we went to the biscuit factory. Don't ask, you know what I mean? And they put these homemade biscuits on these chicken sandwiches. And, she probably didn't really want to go, but I convinced her it might be a good look. And so sometimes we do each other dirty without realizing it. But when we realize I'm an extension of her and she's an extension of me, and the kids are going to have to fall in line. I don't know how old your children are. I can't control what they do outside of the house, but inside of the house, start with having a day where we don't do this. We're going to go all vegan on Mondays. That's it. We'll start there, and we're introducing our body to something different, showing them that it can be done, and then we increase it. In terms of the exercise, they got these VR sets now, and, getting the family involved with that adds a little exercise with fun. So now you're allowing the kids to still, be in their world or immersed, but they might, get some exercise. And that is a great question, because holistic health means everything. It means what we eat, what we think, our physical exercise, what we ingest, collectively. But do your best, because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit everybody. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. I do appreciate it, man. I see all the work too, man. I see the come up, man. I've been there from the early after the first 50. Let's just say that.
Thank you, man. And we appreciate it. And we think it's important that the transparency of what we do is on display, because, a lot of times you see these people and they pop up out of nowhere and they got these crazy success stories. And yeah, but what about the journey? What about the ups and downs? What about the time Malcolm didn't turn the mic on? What about the time when y'all had this and that? So we want you to see all of it and know that my family is no different than yours, but we on a podcast sharing with you guys. And so we appreciate the support, and continue watching. We would appreciate that.
Definitely. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you. Peace.
Peace. Okay, we have a question here in the chat. It says, did you hear about the HPV class action lawsuit that it has caused multiple cancers in women?
No, I didn't hear about that, but I wouldn't be surprised, because they know these things in advance. They know these things because are going to cause a certain amount of cancer, but they're still trying to push these toxic products for multiple reasons. You know what I mean? Some of it is spiritual, some of it is financial, some of it is to keep you in a state of not being able to have babies, because the war for us and them is simply us being able to continue to have babies and them not being able to have babies. So how you see the Planned Parenthood is based on your perception. Some people see it as a great thing in the community because I have a choice. And some people know at some point, I don't see these in white people's community, not to this magnitude. So what is that saying for us collectively? And, our ability to reproduce ourselves like this in COVID. I don't think we lost any, during the so-called AIDS epidemic, there wasn't, we was continue to get our bone on. You know what I mean? So that goes to show you, we innately understand how we live on. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to come along and tell me this is not how we live on, then I have a problem with that. So I didn't hear about that particular case. I'm pretty sure after Malcolm sees this, he'll get on it, and maybe that'll be something we discuss on Monday's show.
Yeah, okay. I know they got the one with the hair perms.
Yeah, you definitely got the one with the hair perms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We knew.
It all causes something.
Yeah, it all causes something. Absolutely.
Okay, the last question for the evening is from CW.
CW.
It says, what advice or resources do you recommend for someone who wants to learn more about the physical interpretation of the Bible and explore its spiritual and symbolic meaning?
Wow, that is a great question because the Bible is such a fascinating book of allegories. It's a fascinating book that is coded in such a way that makes it hard for you to understand unless you're taking it literally. So the Hebrews do a great job, even the Hebrew Israelites, right? I'm not telling you to join the Hebrew Israelites. I'm saying truth is, listen, truth is everywhere. So you don't have to join an organization to get the truth. So they do a great job of interpreting the Bible. You know what I mean? And showing you the correlation between what things was and they are. Once you understand metaphysics or the allegories of things, there's metaphysical dictionaries that you can get that'll help you to correlate the words. When they say waters, does it mean people? When they say this shineth, does it mean enlighten? So once you're able to crack the initial codes, you know what I mean? So that when you're reading through it, now you have a greater understanding. But that comes with your knowledge, your wisdom, and your understanding. It is important that you read things at minimum 3 times. Each passage, you read it the first time to kind of just intake the words. The second time, maybe even read it out loud. Your wisdom, your words, you're speaking it, you're getting the vibratory effect of it. And the third time, you need to meditate on it, reflect on it, and then read it and hope that there is an understanding that comes with it. And that's an arduous task, but that's the best way I can describe, because it is a book of mysteries that continue to unveil itself, the more greater understanding we have of self. It's a book that actually grows with you. You know what I'm saying? Based on your understanding. So if you are just into the stories being told, it's there for you. If you into it's a deeper meaning, it's there for you. If you're a Mason and you've been given certain codes and keys, it's there for you. And so the best answer I can give you is get in where you fit in, but never stop your pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And with that being said, this is the Black Dot. These are my chronicles. This is my story. I'm sticking to it. I love this. I'm not sure if I'll do the HULC Live every Saturday, but if you guys request it, I will. I'm thankful for those who weren't afraid to come on the screen, and I hope that the insight and things that we've shared today can be helpful in your life. I will see you Monday on the HULC.
Thank you.
All right.
Lots of fun.
Peace.
Peace.